we're back for another day of family fun in Branson. Hi, and welcome to Mid-South Viewpoint, coming to you from our Bot Radio Network Branson studios. I'm Byron Tyler, here with my good friend Lynn Bennett Berry with the Branson Chamber of Commerce. We want to give you a list of fun things to be able to plan and think about as you make Branson your travel destination. Coming up, we've got some great guests, and we're going to start off with the Tabuchis. They're no strangers to, of course, Branson or the Mid-South Viewpoint program. Christina, I saw that the alarm clock went off because we follow each other on Facebook.
Yes, we do.
And so the alarm went off, was it 7:50? 6:50. Is that hard?
It is very hard when you are used to being a night owl, and you've got generations of night owls, and then my daughter has grown up being a night owl, switching to that school schedule.
Bailey J just celebrated a birthday, 7 years old.
She did. She had a birthday, and then 4 days after her birthday is my birthday. We're right there together.
Right there together. Some exciting things have happened for your family. Recently, the mayors of Branson dedicated the Shoji Tabuchi Day after 30 years of just being a great entertainer and serving the community.
Well, what an honor.
Shoji, that's the first time that anyone of all the entertainers have ever received that honor.
Every August 31st, henceforth, is Shoji Tabuchi Day, and the Tabuchi family will be thought of and loved and a tribute every time.
And we are honored
We are
and
very,
definitely
very
appreciate it,
honored.
and
Yes.
it touches all three of us very, very deep.
Because it's a trio.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I think if you take one of us from the deal, I don't know what we'd do without the other one. It takes our village of three for sure.
And what you have done to entertain literally thousands and thousands of people, what it does for you personally to know that you've served in such a way to lift people up, to encourage them, to bring music into their hearts and in their homes when they take those CDs back.
Part of life.
You know,
Yeah, that's
what's
right.
that, Shoji?
Part of life.
Yes,
Our
part of
life.
life.
Part of life.
Yeah.
All the friendships you've made over the
Right.
years.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, it all started when you were 7 years old in Japan.
Yes.
And you started picking up a thing called
Suzuki method.
Suzuki method of violin. And then, was it 19 years old when Roy Acuff came to Japan?
Yes, Mr. Acuff, and then Smoky Mountain Boys.
Yeah, you heard a song, Listen to the Mockingbird,
Yes.
and you were hooked.
Yes,
And he still plays that song to this day in the show.
Mr. Acuff, and then Howdy Forrester, the wonderful violinist.
Howdy Forster, matter of fact, Howdy Forster, Bill Willis, Roy Acuff, Doug Kirkshaw, and Violet Hensley from Silver
Right.
Dollar City have all been
Johnny Gamble, Bob Willis, yeah.
all nominated
yes.
into the National Fiddlers Hall of Fame, but included in that list, he's none other than Shoji Tabuchi, who's right here with us today.
Well, I'll be inducted officially this October the 22nd. I'm going to Tulsa to receive.
For
this.
congratulations.
Thank you.
We are so thrilled for you and excited for
Thanks.
you and your family to receive two great honors. I love the story, Shoji. Here you are, a 19-year-old boy. Mr. Roy Acuff comes and puts something in your ear that excites you.
Well, it is truly an American dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I lived my American dream.
You live the American
Yes.
dream.
And I still believe in that.
Christina, what is it like to have a dad like Shoji Tabuchi?
I mean, I'm
Funny,
one
huh?
lucky kid. I know that. I'm one lucky kid because it's like I started talking about it the other day and got a little emotional because when you think about it, I mean, here's someone who grew up in another country that came over during the 60s, didn't know anything about it, learning the language, trying to figure out what was going on, and literally made this life for himself that he is a walking American dream. And I'm so proud of him, and I'm proud of what he's done, what he and my mom have done, and just very, very proud of him.
Well, on a list of 10 things the late, great Mr. Andy Williams said about Shoji, 2 of the 10 are, he's too sophisticated to play Orange Blossom Special in a show.
Well, that's not true.
I know it's not true. I've seen you play that.
Very well.
And though colorblind, he chose the colors of the outside of his theater himself.
That's on your note that Andy wrote
that's
you
right.
that's hanging at the house.
I have that.
You have the note.
Yes, we do.
Sweet.
Yeah, he was a wonderful guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He
Miss
was one
him so.
artist,
Yes.
and then, my mom and dad. My mom and dad was his biggest fan, and then Mr. Williams, Andy invited my mom and dad his last concert in Japan.
Really?
In the dressing room. Yeah.
So they got to meet.
Wonderful.
Yes. I mean, he was wonderful.
When Marty Hughes is in the studio, there's no social distancing.
No, we're hugging. Yeah.
But Marty Hughes from the Hughes Family Theater. Hey, there's been any new Hughes family members at it yet? It's always
you know what? Every 9 months.
every 9 months.
Absolutely.
So where are we now?
Well, wow. Cindy and I have 15, and Jason has 11. Ryan has 7, Andy has 5, and Adam has 3.
Wow.
And then there's our 4 adopted siblings. And they're having babies all over the place.
When you want to go out to eat, do you have to rent out the entire restaurant? I mean,
Actually, a restaurant gets excited when we come. It's like, okay, we don't know where to fit all these
But you
people.
have to avoid the drive-thrus, though, right?
We'll tie him up.
Hey, Marty, 5 award-winning shows, the Hughes Brothers Theater stage, country, oldies, pop, Broadway, gospel. I mean, there's something for everybody in the entire family.
And COVID diversified us. We just decided we need to create some new shows. And so we created a new show for the kids. It's called Revive, but everybody loves it.
Fabulous.
And the kids, actually, it was their brainchild.
Was it?
Yeah, we let them run with what they wanted to do, and they've kind of done a review of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, up until now.
Wow.
And so they cover a little of everything. Everybody that comes to that show is going to love it.
You can tell that you guys spent a lot of time in rehearsal and practice, and just how much time. So if you've got a new number that you want to bring to the stage, like the one you headlined the show off with, I think 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, the greatest show.
The greatest show,
my
yeah.
word.
How much time do you put into getting that? Well, I mean, when you talk about the costuming, the choreography, everything.
The whole conception, with costume and everything, probably about a year.
Really?
Yeah, and that some numbers like that will take longer than others, and it's fun.
Broadway quality.
Oh, thank you.
And, it was the cover of the Vacation Guide that year.
Yeah,
That was an
it's great. It's
incredible
wonderful.
photo shoot.
And so it's when you talk about set designs and everything you put into it, is that all family also?
It is. Everything's done in-house and generally done by our employees. So occasionally we'll bring somebody in.
Yeah. The Christmas show now, 13 times awarded the best Christmas show in Branson. What's new for the 2021 Christmas show?
Well, Christmas traditionally is not new because it's our bread and butter, and people keep on telling us don't change a thing. Although the thing that's new is the kids keep on progressing.
Yeah.
And they get better and better every year. And so they take over new roles. Everybody switches bell parts on. There's a lot of rehearsal.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
start rehearsing Christmas at least 2 months in advance to Christmas.
But y'all do have a Christ child ready to go,
Yes,
don't
we
you?
do. We always have a live baby Jesus.
And is somebody
that's
in
how
the
they all
room
start.
playing Santa Claus this year?
Yeah, it's me. I fit the suit.
got the role.
Brother said, he fits the suit. Let's put him in the special too because Dad
sweetest.
played Santa Claus and he would explain all the symbols of Christmas before he passed. And when he was starting to get sick with cancer, he said, "Dad, Marty, I want you to play the part of Santa Claus."
Absolutely.
And it was hard, but it was beautiful. And every time I say one of those lines and explain the symbols of Christmas and how they point towards Christ, I feel Dad's presence quite often.
That's beautiful, Marty.
And it just, I just have to tell all the listeners that I know this life is not the end.
Absolutely.
That we live on and have incredible hope in Christ Jesus.
Oh, that's
that,
beautiful, yes.
For the resurrection.
What are some Hughes family Christmas traditions? I know you're typically on stage and you're busy.
That's Christmas really for us.
Yeah.
I mean, really setting up all the trees and doing everything. We start Christmas November 1st, right after the day after Halloween.
Yes, we do.
And now we're bringing back Ozark Mountain Christmas. We're really excited about that. I think that everybody that I know wants to make sure that that's kind of a focus here in Branson again.
What do you want audiences to walk away with after attending the show at the Hughes Brothers Theater?
Well, you know, we want them to have been able to feel the Spirit of the Lord.
Yes.
And it's, you know, the second half of that Christmas show is like hitting them with a big spiritual fuzzy hammer.
Oh, good.
And everybody walks out feeling good.
Yes.
And that's the key.
That's the key.
And we've got other options, too. If you don't want to see Christmas, you can come see the Hughes Brothers Country Show.
Yes.
Which we're giving a free barbecue meal with that now.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's really a big hit
is a
now
hit.
because we've gone back to what started us in Branson. And then we're also doing the Revive Show. And then we do a full-on Christmas show. So you can take your pick.
You are some busy folks.
It's great.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, give us the website.
The website is hughes-brothers.com and or thehughesbrothers.com. So just look up hughes-brothers.com and you can see our packages there. We sell tickets to all of the shows in our theater, and we've still got Happy Day doing the gospel morning show, and Cassandra's new.
Oh, nice.
So all of those shows will be rolling this.
All right.
This.
Marty Hughes, Merry Christmas to you early.
To you too. It's so good to see you guys.
Thanks for stopping by. Jill Hepner, she's the marketing director at the Legends in Concert. What do audiences that come to Legends in Concert, what do they typically come to see, and what do they typically walk away with after they come to the concert?
First of all, Legends is pretty well known. We have several locations throughout the United States, 8 or 9, I think, going on right now at this time. So they kind of know the history behind Legends. So they are there to see and hear and watch a series of concerts of tribute artists that are the best in the business.
Yeah.
We only use the best in the business. And so if someone... Years ago, it was our tagline was tributes to. Well, you just knew that they were people who had since passed away. So it was an opportunity to go experience something very much like you would have had you been at that person's concert. Since then, we've kind of gone on to pay tribute to stars of yesterday and today.
Yeah.
So they're experiencing a concert setting much like they would if they were going to see the real act. Oh, yeah. And it's just live music, dancers on the stage. It's all done live.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's very tight.
It is.
Is it a requirement that the performers look like the stars that they portray?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely it is, yes. And they go to extreme measures to do that. When I first started at Legends, I was just amazed to see what all they do. I mean, they will put in colored contacts. They will put in hardware in their mouth to make their teeth look like that person's everything. It's amazing what
So
they
they
do.
pull out all stops to really bring it to the stage.
One of our entertainers, his name is Michael Knight, and he is our Michael Jackson. If you met him on the street, you would never think he was anything but just some Jersey kid running around town. You would never know that, and his transformation is amazing.
He can also do other
Oh,
artists
yes,
as
he
well,
does.
and
He
it's
does.
remarkable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any unique stories that where you've discovered certain performers and where they were prior to coming to Legends?
Well, I will tell you one that's on the top of my mind right now due to some recent events, but our theater here in Branson is also known for the Branson Elvis Festival. So because Elvis is always one of our acts in our show, people just want him. We always have an Elvis, and we always had the Blues Brothers. But years ago, we kind of partnered with Elvis Presley Enterprise.
Where Memphis is.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And they have their Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist Contest every year. And I think this will be our 14th year. Anyway, we sort of partnered with them. They put out, there's a series of sanctioned contests that if you win there, you go on to Graceland to compete in their contest. So you have to qualify.
Yes.
And so we're one of those qualifying contests. It's a huge event. We sell out every year. And our production manager walked into our green room during one of these contests like 11, 12 years ago, and he saw a man sitting there in a flashy jumpsuit waiting for his turn in the contest. He looked just like Johnny Cash. He said, "Can you sing Johnny Cash? You look just like Johnny Cash." And his name was Paul Eve, and he said, "Why, yes, I can." Oh. And the rest was history. From there on, he auditioned after our Elvis contest was over as Johnny Cash, and has been our Johnny Cash for many, many years.
Oh, what a great story.
He looks just like him in real life, so he didn't have to really do a lot, but what the others do to transform themselves into that person is something to see.
The press of Atlantic City stated that many other shows have come and gone, but Legends in Concert has withstood the test of time. It's the best.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be quoted. I believe this is Legends in Concert's 37th year
Wouldn't
Wow.
doubt it a
in the
bit.
business, and it's our 25th here in Branson.
Now go to legendsinconcert.com for tickets, legendsinconcert.com for tickets. Miss Jill, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We're so glad that he's here. Well, I was wondering what's happened to him. Mr. Clay Cooper, where have you been?
Better late than never.
Oh, it is. We're on
I've
the
always heard that.
We're on the downside of our show. Tina had a birthday yesterday.
She did.
Colton just turned 18.
He did.
Stop.
Are you in politics here in Branson now?
Well, these are easy questions.
Branson
yes,
football
yes.
is next.
That's right, yes.
Well, I was going to ask you about the Branson Pirates.
Yeah.
How they doing?
We are 2-4. Could be worse.
That's right.
We could be, 0-6.
Hey, speaking of football, Clay Cooper Theater is having Terry Bradshaw
Yes, we are. He's coming back.
coming back. Yeah, he was here, but he's
He
coming.
did 4 dates in August with us, and it was amazing. And he's like, "Clay, I want to do more dates. I love it here. I want to find property. My wife loves it here." His wife's from Rogersville,
Okay.
which is not far.
Yeah.
And he'd been doing a run at the Lexor out in Vegas, and he said, "I want to fill as many dates as I can in Branson, and then I'll tell them this is what I have left." So he loves it here.
Oh,
Whoa.
everybody comes to Branson and loves it, right?
yeah,
That's right.
They do.
Okay, so Clay Cooper Theater, you've got Hot Rods and High Heels, Dean Z, The Ultimate Elvis, The Hay Goods, number one hits of the 60s. Anything else going on? Oh, you got the Clay Cooper Express, right?
That's right. That's right. And Hot Rods, our 50s show, Hot
Yeah.
Rods and High Heels. Yeah, Clay
Precious
Cooper.
people in that one.
Yeah, that's a great show. All the shows are great. I mean, we just got, and that's what I've always been most proud of is the quality in our theater is just that's something that we really took a stance on when we first bought the place is having top quality shows, and it's remained that way, and we're proud of that.
Something else really special is the Clay Goods Jamber Eve, December 31st. What's going to happen?
We're going to have us a big New Year's Eve bash. That's what's going to happen. We started doing the show with the Hay Goods a few years back, and it was so well. The response was incredible. I mean, we filled the place up. I mean, we didn't last year because of the pandemic. We were with limited seating, but normally, I mean, it's a packed house, and the Hay Goods come out and do about an hour and 15. We take a break. We serve everybody their food. They have about 45 minutes to eat. We come out and do our set. The Hay Goods come back out, and we do a big set together. We drop 3,000 or 4,000 balloons. Everybody gets party favors. I mean, it is.
It's the place to be New Year's
It
Eve.
really
Bill.
is fun. And is it Flat Creek? Flat
Yeah.
Creek restaurants. They cater our food, and they are fantastic.
Sounds yummy, Miss
Yeast
Lynn.
rolls.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to wrap up another show here in Branson, Miss Lynn, but I'm so glad we were able to squeeze you in, Clay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Sorry I was late.
That's okay.
We're glad you're here.
People are
Whenever
used
we
to
can
me being
get
late.
ya.
But hey, you get all the details for Clay Cooper Theater at claycoopertheater.com. Check out the shows, get your tickets, come to Branson, and have a good time. Clay, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.